And so we depart from yet another group ride. Been doing that a lot, really. Lately I have been doing a lot of group rides. It's been a ton of fun, I'll admit. Group riding is in many ways actually very different than riding solo or duo. Mostly because you'll have to ride a bit more considerately. I would like to briefly talk about how to do group rides. Because group rides are a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. But there are certain things you need to take into consideration when you do group rides. The first thing you need to do when on a group ride is kind of ask or measure up what the rules will be. Because obviously there's plenty of riders that don't appreciate people doing wheelies like inches away from them, or stoppies or burnouts or whatever. And this is especially true when you're riding with people that you don't know yet. You'll find that when you kind of get to know the people you ride with and kind of get accustomed to their style, it'll go without saying that you know what you can and cannot do. I mean, I say can, I mean you can do whatever the fuck you want, but it's just as with other people on the road. It's live and let live, try to be a bit considerate. Now, I know plenty of riders that absolutely don't mind people doing wheelies with them. Oh my word, lost again. Now, I know quite a lot of people that don't really mind people doing wheelies and stoppies when they're, you know, riding with new people, as long as it's not right in front of them, or if they kind of make a bit of way, stuff like that. So kind of get to know the group you're riding with first. So kind of get to know the people you ride with, so that you know what you can and cannot do, but also what to expect other people to do. Now there are a few unwritten rules in addition to that, and that is always check the rider behind you, just to check if he or she is still there. If someone falls behind, you wait up so that they can link up to the rest of the group and you'll all reach the destination together. It's also, as you might be able to see in front of me, everyone is riding on opposite sides of our road half. Brian over here is to my left, and I am driving on the most right side of the road, and that is because this allows us to ride more closely together, and thus making us less at risk of being cut up by traffic, having to give way, or traffic lights or whatever. It allows us to drive more closely together in a safe manner, because if we ride like this, I have plenty of room forward to react upon what is happening. Because for me, my benchmarker is what Kawasaki is doing. He is the rider in front of me. Everything, all the distance between me and Kawasaki is basically my time to react and brake or handle accordingly. In addition to that, some leaders, like the guy in front is called a leader, might have a couple of blockers behind him. I do with bigger groups. I'm usually a blocker. It means that and in traffic situations where there's no traffic lights overruling everything, you stop the people that would cut up your group so that you can ride together instead of waiting. Because in most cases, when people get cut up, it will lead to all of them having to overtake, which is might be more dangerous even. Do use your head when you do this. Like, I wouldn't suggest blocking a 50-mile road, 40-50 mile road, and trust that the driver is not on his phone or whatever. But it's usually the more urban situations where there's no traffic lights that you kind of want to keep the group together because there's a lot of turns, and you don't want to lose people, that's when blocking is usually used. It's also quite smart for the leader to slow down at traffic lights. Worst case scenario, and I do this with bad rides constantly, don't mind. I run a yellow light and he gets left behind. If you're a leader and do this, you will, well, basically deliberately cut off the group, which is and not very nice, and just means that you're gonna have to wait at some point, so why bother? But if you're just participating in a group ride, just remember to always kind of edge to the opposite side of the road as the rider in front of you. Be considerate, like don't drive beside someone when they're cornering or whatever, and kind of accustom yourself to the group. Can I overtake people? Can I pop a wheelie if I want to do one? Are there people that don't mind filtering or splitting lanes? Also, one of the unwritten rules when group riding, that if you have the luxury and time to attend your fellow riders behind you, that there's well, dirt or gravel or whatever on the road, you can drop your foot on the side where the crap is, and this allows people to kind of avoid riding right over it, or to take caution when taking a corner, for example. I mean, not everyone does it, and they don't do it all the time, but if they've got the opportunity and the time to do so, they'll probably will. Kawasaki MVP, he's back in his Black Beauty. Good to have him here. So, yeah, if you have any questions regarding group rides, I'd be happy to elaborate or tell my opinion on these things. But really, rule-wise, this is just something you'll have to figure out with the people you ride with. I do recommend you try it though. It's a ton of fun. It's a different experience altogether. Anyway, I have been Sir Chickenstrips, and have a lovely day. Peace.